Welcome to part two of my fall series. Residents fall every day in nursing home facilities, long term care, assisted living, which is pretty much the number one reason for hospital transports. We assume that they fractured something, so we want to send them out to have an x ray done, or pretty sure they fractured something, so we want to send them out to have an x ray done. At any rate, this is one of the top reasons that we send them out. And on the flip side, older adults over the age of 65 who live at home, they also fall, which is one of the big reasons outside of dementia that they end up in a nursing facility. Because maybe they fall, they're having frequent falls, they're not safe, they broke their hip, they went to the hospital, they had surgery, and now they're coming to a long-term care facility for rehabilitation. So it's definitely a high priority for us as caregivers, nurses, nursing assistants, to be educated on what to do and what not to do when a fall occurs. That is the reason for these tests that I created. So let's see how you do, and thank you for joining me. The correct answer is false. Regular exercise is one of the most practical and efficient ways to decrease the number of falls among people over the age of 65. Regular exercise, 3 to 6 days per week, increases flexibility, mobility, and overall strength. However, exercise is beneficial at any age. So don't wait until you're over the age of 65 to start exercising. There's no better time than right now. Hip fractures are the most common fall-related fractures in older adults, followed by wrist fractures. Oddly enough, the wrist fractures usually occur because when the person is falling, they try to catch themselves. You guessed it, women. Older women's bodies go through changes due to the effects of menopause, which causes a decrease in estrogen production. This decrease causes a loss of muscle mass and bone density, which can lead to weak and brittle bones known as osteoporosis. These, along with other changes, increase the risk of falls and fractures in women over the age of 65. Absolutely. Dancing is a great way to add aerobic exercise that's fun and creative at any age. Absolutely. Dancing is a great. The correct answer is all of the above. Weight bearing exercises such as walking and dancing, my personal favorite, resistance training such as weightlifting and swimming, a diet rich in calcium and vitamin D such as green leafy vegetables and salmon all play a major part in helping to increase bone density. Sometimes the blood pressure drops when a person stands up too fast. So having your residents sit on the side of the bed and dangle for a few moments, in addition to ensuring that the feet are flat on the floor and that non-skid shoes are worn, can help reduce the chances of a fall occurring upon standing. Generally, a falls risk assessment should be conducted immediately after being admitted to a facility, with follow ups annually if a fall should occur, and if there's any change in condition. The assessment is a scored system, so the total score determines the plan of care to be implemented by the staff, and that information will be added to the care plan for all staff to have access to. Now, if you want to see a sample of a falls risk form, let's go to the next page. So here's a sample of a falls risk assessment tool. Of course, the document itself may vary based on the facility, based on the city, based on the state, but feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot if you'd like to see the information up close. The correct answer is 5 days a week, though technically they should be active every day, but at least 30 minutes per day, 5 days a week to equal 150 minutes per week. Moderate intensity level exercises are best, although 2 out of those 5 days should focus on resistance training for muscle strengthening. I want to thank you all for staying to the end. I'm sure you all did a fabulous job answering all the fall questions. If you want a little more practice, please check out my CNA test prep activity books in my Amazon store. And thank you again.